I don't believe that only if you are in English medium school, you can speak in English. I don't believe in that. There are people who are from English medium schools, but they don't speak because maybe they don't speak it or they don't get the environment or what. I don't know. That is my perception. But I was in a boarding school and I was in a convent school where English speaking was mandatory. Anything when you inculcate from a very small age, it develops into a habit very early on. And if you do it a little bit later after you are older, the time taken will be more. But you can, provided you are, like you have that passion and single-minded focus. That is more important. Nowadays, there is a, what do you call it? There is a clutter of content. So much is there. So, so all that, it is like even our mind becomes a clutter. Writing always works. You know why? When you write something, it goes inside your mind very well. Mostly it works.
Oh, hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Jaya?
Yes, I'm also doing pretty well. Thank you so much for asking.
Surprisingly, you're free on a Sunday afternoon.
Yes, yes. So, is Sunday a busy day for you?
No, not actually, but generally, I don't keep anything on Sundays. It is solely for the mind to relax and the body also to relax.
Yes, ma'am. So, I really want to say one thing that when you mailed me, actually, so I didn't know that it's you. Actually have seen many of your videos on YouTube, and I know that you from your picture on Skype.
Okay.
Yes, and then I got really nervous because you are a fluent speaker of English, and I have recently just started learning. So I was continuously thinking in my mind, how will I talk with her? But yes, I think we can always learn something from
Yeah.
like,
Correct.
that is the main thing.
Correct. Yeah. And nobody is an expert actually, Jaya, isn't it? All of us are in the learning process. Maybe you are in a different learning process. I'm in a different learning process. That's it. None of us are experts here.
Yes. So, so are you from an English medium school?
Yeah. Correct.
Then
You
I
are asking me you want to know the reason for my fluency?
Yes.
Okay. No, that is because since childhood I was in an English medium school. And not only that, I don't believe that only if you are in English medium school, you can speak in English. I don't believe in that. There are people who are from English medium schools, but they don't speak because maybe they don't speak it or they don't get the environment or what. I don't know. That is my perception. But I was in a boarding school and I was in a convent school where English speaking was mandatory. We had to speak in English. Otherwise, we'll be fined. So at a very young age, when you're forced to speak, then you develop that skill.
Yeah.
That is the only reason for my fluency. Plus, I have been working. So in my work environment also, I had to speak in English. So that's how this is the reason.
So, what is your opinion that as you have been speaking in this language since childhood, and somebody who has just started as an adult, so do you think that that person will be capable of learning the language and will be at your level someday in future? Is it possible?
Yeah, why not? It is possible. Only thing is the time taken may be a little more. That's it. It is possible. See, anything when you inculcate from a very small age, it develops into a habit very early on. And if you do it a little bit later after you are older, the time taken will be more. But you can, provided you are, like you have that passion and single-minded focus. That is more important.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So yes, tell me something about you. No need for introduction.
Yeah. Correct.
Since I already know you.
It becomes very monotonous. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me one thing. Why Hindi? Why did you choose Hindi?
Because here there is a demand for Hindi.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was working full time in a service industry. I was in market research. It was very hectic. I had to travel. Since I had my parents with me, I did not find it a problem because they were managing the house for me. But once they started getting old and my mother became immobile, then I had to slow down. But I didn't want to, like just simply sit at home because I was so used to, like working and earning money and, like, so I thought, then what else can I do from home? So then my husband suggested that here there is a demand for Hindi. So why not try it out? So I just tried it out and it worked. So now I'm into it full time.
And how did you learn Hindi? In your school?
Yeah, because I was, though I'm a South Indian, I was only born in the North. Sorry, I was only born in the South. I was brought up in the North. My father was working in Madhya Pradesh. So from school, I had that, Hindi language was there and speaking environment was also there, in our neighborhood. So that's how I know Hindi. And here, knowing Hindi is a very big plus point in South. So I'm able to, like, you see, English is a global language. Leave out that. But next to English, it is Hindi because it is a national language and it is spoken in most parts of India, isn't it? Or rather, many parts of India, sorry, many parts of India. So if you go out of Tamil Nadu, apart from English, what other language that you need is Hindi.
Yes, absolutely.
You can manage, isn't it? If you know Hindi, you can manage. So that's how.
Okay. And how is your experience
Regarding,
teaching Hindi? How is your
oh, I've been a
experience?
teacher all along. I started off my career as a lecturer. So, and even in my college days, I used to, like take classes for children who were, like in my neighboring neighborhood and just to, like to earn some money, pocket money. And so I'm used to teaching and I just love it. So I don't find it as a tedious job or a job at all.
Um, so I can say that you're patient and you're adaptable because every student is different and
Yeah, yeah,
teach
yeah,
various kind of students is
yeah,
really uh,
yeah,
difficult. Right?
yeah, yeah. Good.
So when I was actually in college, so that time I used to teach. I taught for 2 years, but I
Mm.
didn't like it at all. But
Oh,
as you said, no pocket money, so I did that only for
yeah,
pocket money. But
correct.
then I didn't like my those 2 years. I didn't enjoy. It was like a burden to me that I have to go, and especially because at that time I used to live in hostels, so
Mhm.
I had to go to my students' place to teach her.
Okay, 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 okay.
So there is commute and time taking
Yeah,
process
yeah, correct,
in
correct,
my
correct.
studies also. It was
Mm.
like a burden for me. So after 2 years, I just quit because my students. So I gave tuition for 11 and 12, and after that,
Okay,
I quit.
okay, okay. Yeah, if you don't like, then better not to, get into it full time. Correct.
Yes,
Because after some time, you will not, if you're not liking what you're doing now, you cannot like progress there. You won't feel like, and you won't be happy also. That's the
yes,
problem. Mhm.
yes. You can ask me if you want to ask anything.
I was just wanting to know that you were in an English medium school.
No,
Okay. Then how did you, when did you find this, like learning English as a, when did you start and when did you think that I should learn English now?
because when I was in college, that time there were many students who used to speak fluently in English. They used to converse with each other in English, and because
Mm.
I was unable to do that, I think I didn't make friends with them. So
Oh,
since then, I had in me that, and I used to be fascinated by this language. I used to feel that wow, they are so sophisticated and So it's on another level because I was also not mature at that time. I was only in first year of college after school and coming to a big city. I left my hometown and came to Kolkata for my higher studies. And then after my post graduation, I was preparing for different kind of government exams, and the interview process. So there is English as a subject, and also the interview process was supposed to be in English. So from that time, actually, I was preparing really hard because I it was my desire to become a government sector employee, a banking sector employee. So I was preparing for it, and I didn't want to lose anything. Means I didn't want to. I wanted to be perfect in everything because I really wanted to get into. So that time I used to practice a lot. I used to speak with my friends in English. I used to speak with my brother in English. He helped me a lot because at that time he was working in a private sector, and though he was not from English medium school, but because of his environment, now he become really fluent. He becomes fluent. So that time helped me a lot. And I thought that no, now that I have learned it, I think I will be able to converse with people in this language. But then after getting the job, I lost my touch. I didn't prepare, I didn't practice because English was not required, not in my home, not outside, not at my work. So I don't need English even now. I don't need it because I can write in English. So all I have to do is I need to write a lot of emails, which I know how to write. And I can speak a little bit of English to communicate with my higher management people. I can do that. So other than that, I don't need this language. But now actually I want to do something on my own. And if you really want to do something, you need to communicate with others. This is the only thing. And for communication, you need English.
Yes.
So I have again started preparing for it. And I think this time I am serious because it's a matter of time. You have to give yourself some time. You need to practice.
What do you do? What do you want to do on your own?
I want to start some kind of a business.
Okay.
And also something related to public speaking.
Okay. Oh, then you need to correct.
Because since COVID, actually, I had this idea in my mind because everything has become online now, and people are doing job also from work from home, and this facility has been given to them by their offices. So I think I should also utilize this facility, though I do not work from home. But whatever time I have, I think I can do some kind of a small business or something related to communication.
Okay. So for this, you are into conversation.
Yes.
And what else apart from conversation?
I'm not doing anything. I watch a lot of videos in English, conversational videos, motivational speeches, and podcasts. Small portion, not the 1 hour and 1.5 hours. It's not possible for me to watch the whole podcast in a day. So yeah, these things I'm doing, and I'm also fond of watching animated movies. So sometimes I watch those movies also. And I speak with my brother in English sometimes, not on every day. And also I'm taking sessions from a platform, English Yadi.
Okay.
And I'm also connecting with other YouTubers for my speaking practice.
So there you will get the feedback, isn't it?
Yes.
Because that is also essential, isn't it?
Yeah, but those feedbacks are not new. We all know that what are our mistakes and what are the ways to improve that. But it's just that I have enrolled for it because they have a topic for each day. And when you have a topic, you can go on Google and you can search. You can learn about the topic. And when you are learning at home, you can also do that. But I don't think I'm that serious that, I
Ah,
consistently keep on watching
so
different.
just to utilize that opportunity, you have taken that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's also a good thing because otherwise, on our own, we may not be this proactive. Yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
Correct.
I may do that for a week, but after that, I may not.
Correct.
So,
Correct. Correct. You're right. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. True. Hmm. So
and
now, but can you? I mean, like you are able to see the difference in your, yeah.
yes.
Right.
So the big difference is in my confidence level. Now
Hmm.
also I make lot of mistakes. If you
Hmm.
ask me any question related to a topic that I have less idea, or maybe I can speak on that topic in my mother tongue, but due to lack of vocabulary, I'm not able to speak in English. In that case, I fumble. I get,
Hmm.
oh, everything is there, but I think I am a pretty much confident.
Hmm.
I
So
think
it's
it's
only the mindset, isn't it? It is the change of the mindset.
yes.
That is the actual game. Yeah. Correct. So, what are the topics that don't interest you much?
That don't interest me much. I don't like to read about cricket.
Okay. Being a Kolkata was, being a Bengali, you are an anti-cricket. How come Bengalis are pro-cricket?
I don't like
Isn't
to
it?
read about that.
Isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Then.
Apart from that, and also something related to different kind of apps, uh, like nowadays chat gpt and these kind of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm finding myself interested enough to learn about that.
Okay. Okay. And what are the ones that you love?
Oh, I love to read about nature, wildlife, environment. I love that. And sometimes movies, yeah, Bollywood, Hollywood, especially nature.
Mm. How do you keep yourself updated in
So for
general?
updates, I still updated. Actually, I have different newspaper apps in my phone, and I get notification every day. I try to read two
Okay.
lines uh,
Mm.
if possible. So that's how I get to learn about different things that are happening around me. Because
Mm.
when I go to my office, my colleagues have this thing that they actually love talking about the headlines. Do you know that this is
Yes.
happening and
Okay.
this is
Okay.
happening? So
Mm.
when I feel like, oh, I didn't know that this is
Uh,
actually happening. I didn't know. So because of that, actually, I make sure that
you have to
I
keep
at least
yourself
read about
updated.
that
Uh,
headlines. Yeah.
correct. Mm. Good. But in a way, good, isn't it?
Yes.
You're only doing a nice thing by keeping yourself updated. Correct.
Because I think a lot that I will read a lot of news. I will watch a lot of videos. I will read different kind of books, but I end up doing nothing. I end up only scrolling on YouTube and watch different kind of shorts. So my
Correct.
husband actually tells me that. So one day he asked me that, can you tell me that within this half an hour, what are the videos you have seen? So I was scrolling through the shorts on YouTube, and he asked me that, can you tell me at least two, three? You can definitely tell me. And I couldn't able to recall only.
Um,
So he said that do something, whatever you're doing,
correct.
you're watching
Correct.
shorts, there is no harm in it, but do that mindfully.
Mm.
Don't just watching randomly.
Yeah.
Whatever video you are watching, something is there that you can take away from that video.
Correct.
So you
Correct.
know remember that, oh, in this video I've seen that and this is happening like that.
That is how even reading should be based on that. Apart from listening, even if you're reading something, you should see that what can I take away from this?
Yes.
Store it in your mind and share it with others so that others also get to know. Plus, when you share it with others, that once again goes inside your mind very well.
Yes.
Even for reading, that is that should be the purpose I'm saying. What did I take away from this? Because nowadays
Yes.
we don't get time. What I do is, because I love reading, I read a lot of content maybe, or even newspaper, and whatever I like, the newspaper, sometimes what happens, then we keep it up we put it up in a pile, and then we don't know where is it kept. So I take a screenshot of that article and keep it in my phone so that I can read it at leisure. Like once I finish all my work, I'm just lying down. Then I scroll through that and read it, like you said, mindfully. So that, I
Yes.
take in, it's like a story. And I keep it with me so that I can tell it to two other people. And I know people who are interested in such kind of things, I will even forward it to them because they may or they may not get the time to have read it.
Absolutely. Yes.
They don't get to read it or they wouldn't have read it. So what happens is, it's just like you're just helping people in the process. You're helping yourself also.
Yes. Yes. Because to tell others that I have read this and this was happening, you have to learn it mindfully.
Correct.
You have to grasp
Correct.
the essence,
Correct.
and then only you will be able to describe that.
Correct. And nowadays, there is a, what do you call it? There is a clutter of content. So much is there. So,
Yes.
so all that, it is like even our mind becomes a clutter. That is why, nothing stands out. That is the reason why you were not able to say, when you said, no, your husband asked, you were not able to tell him. That is the reason why, because even our mind becomes a clutter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And ma'am, what is your opinion on, as you said, I have seen many people recommend that whenever you read an article, after reading it, maybe you can read it 2 times, 3 times, and after that, just write down the whole article in points, maybe 5 points or 6 points, maybe 10 points, and that will help you remember the whole thing for longer time. Do you think that
Yes.
actually works?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I do it a lot.
You do
That's
that?
because, yeah, I do that. That's because I come from a work environment where I was, doing such kind of thing. Market research means you have to go, meet people, interview them, and, record their interviews and then listen to it and then write the content and then analyze the content and then form a report. So I am used to that format. But still, I feel that writing always works. You know why? When you write something, it goes inside your mind very well. Mostly it works.
Mhm.